Yeah, so this is my opening scene. I'm just gonna be doing a little breakdown of what I thought it could be. I made this right after I watched the film Oppenheimer, which has a very electric sort of violin themed score to represent the uh, character's intelligence, and I thought that was great. The idea of the tempo increasing in pitch, which is something I did, um, and obviously going up and down the scales and stuff like that. I thought that was really cool. Um, so that's why I gave a go. I just wanted to do something stringed. This turned out to be by far my least favourite thing that I did. But yeah, either way, we got this sort of score. So it's going up very slowly in velocity. Which is quite cool. And I believe I just play that, except just on a different sort of they're sort of harmonizing each other. So yeah, if you go to like hereish, which I thought was quite cool. We've also got these violins that come in here as well. A bit lower, one here. But no two things are playing the same, I believe. So if we look at all of these, including that one, yeah, it's a bit mad. But oh no, these guys are playing the same thing. But they're against each other, so it's like they don't play at the same time. So we've got this very big sort of a bit of descending part. Yeah, that's the idea I was really looking for. For here we've got this, just this sort of saw wave playing these bass notes. Is that an octave? No, it's a fifth. And then because you should play just playing the major seventh there, giving it a little bit of a sadder feel. Those are basically the chords to it. Obviously I slipped down onto what's that going to be? It's a B diminished, which I thought was quite cool. But obviously in this we've got a piano as well playing the chords very quickly, which are playing. They're just playing a first and a third. And then they switch to this with a lot of reverb, just sort of a lot louder. Just playing C major 7 chords, and then they bring it back up to the C major. A lot slower, and then the last chord is and that's basically the whole project. And with the sort of build up, it sounds like this. Which I think is a very nice enough idea, but I don't think I quite pulled it off. But with a bit more practice, that would have been a really great starting scene. Yeah, so this is my second one. Yeah, we've got a lot more of an electric, loud sort of feel to it. It's a lot more structurally perfected. I believe it is a little bit longer as well. Yeah, about a minute, 10 seconds. Which was not the memo, but I wanted to go a little bit above and beyond, and that didn't really work out. But either way, there's a lot more ideal. We've got a very big sort of grand, rocky opener to this, which smoothly goes into. Sorry about the little stutter there. Yeah, I just started off with these chords. We got a D major add 9. We got a C major 7, which is very cool. And then we got this B major added flat 9, which isn't actually in the scale. No, it is in the scale. It's just strange, and gave us this cool effect. This whole thing's in D major, so and then we got this G6 with an added 9 on top as well, which really brings back up to that E, which is very cool. Sounded like that with an amp on it, bit of reverb, and an external plugin called Isotope Vinyl. I can warp it so it sounds more record-like. So we got this sort of sound going on. Which is very cool. That third chord's brilliant. And then what I did was I grabbed this. Oh, what was it? It must have been this. Yeah. Which was this first note here. That I obviously took that, bounced it with lots of reverb, and then I reversed it over here, and we got this very good transition into the which is very cool. So for this one, we've got the same chords, same instrument. I like the idea of an organ because with the space composition, it's very similar. I want it to seem a bit more spacey, a little bit more physics based, because I know that that's a lot of what the book's about. There's a guy likes space. Who can you blame him? So it's just this organ. Obviously the velocity is a bit higher. No, it's not. It's the same velocity. Well, okay, but either way, you see here it's a lot louder. I got some distortion on it. Got some reverb. Got some vinyl. The warp is going crazy. We've got some wider as well. External plugin just makes it wider. The stereo image is a lot better. It's a lot better. You understand, right? And then we got this organ, which I may play a bass note, and then I add some distortion to it, and then I just raised the bottom end, so we got a bass from the organ, wider, and then a bit over. So we got this bass sound from an organ. Pan that a little bit to the right, so we got a little bit of stereo separation there. And then following this sort of spacey theme, I have this instrument called Koto. Oh no, I've got this saw patch, but it's one of the presets, and it's basically a synth that sounds like a koto, which I don't know where a koto is from, but it's like a native instrument. Got this arpeggio on it, very quick, all over the place, a lot of variation, octave range, but very, very quick, bit of reverb on it, and some wider again to spread that sound. And then possibly my favourite thing, we've got this drum kit, which I did this drum fill. And then I think it just repeats, but I had no EQ apparently, so that doesn't matter. And then I've got a lot of distortion on this. Which I thought just gave off this huge energy, which which is brilliant. And then we've also got this arpeggio up here. So if you actually hold the koto, you can actually, so instead of, but if you hold it, which is how a koto is played, so you got that going on as well as the arp. So we got both hits, and then where is this? Oh, it's just up an octave. Okay. This is quite a cool sort of thing, like melody I kept hearing when I was playing it. So I had the yeah, I kept hearing that, so I just wrote it in. And it sort of ends with that. Very washy final add. And then did I add the melody? And that's how that one ends. So those are my two opening scenes.